Hello, my YouTube people. This is TheKillerNacho again, and I have a battle against Qwilliams23. I actually haven't battled him in quite some time. It's been like 100 battles, but we battled a few times before in Gen 6, and this time he's coming at me with Neverused, which is a tier that I don't play often, but really would like to play more. And, you know, being that it's never used, I'm actually going to use some Pokemon that I, well, never use, because... you know, that just seems like the obvious thing to do, no? So I'm going to lead with Vile Plume, which is a vile-looking plume thing, and I'm just going to switch into Regirock against this guy, because I know while it can be Mega Manectric, they still are probably going to carry a fire move like Flamethrower or Overheat. So, yeah, it's not really something I would like to stay in on. So, yeah, he goes into Sea King, which is a good play on the Volt Switch, and I really don't... I mean, I actually was thinking this thing was going to be physical, because... most Sea Kings are physical, but then he goes and uses the Scald, so I guess it could be mixed. This might just carry Scald, but it did a lot. And obviously I am EV'd, though, to be specially defensive, bulky, due to the fact that Regirock already has ridiculous physical defense. I don't really need to increase it even further. So I don't take the Scald horribly, but it's still super effective, still does some damage. I'm going to go for the Protect to get some extra leftovers recovery after setting up the Stealth Rocks. And now I am going to go ahead and retreat into Poliwrath, which does have Water Absorb, so he can't really damage with Scald, and yeah, it's pretty much useless against me. So this is kind of an interesting Poliwrath. I don't really use Poliwrath that often, considering Politoed is just so much cuter. So yeah, I end up having Circle Throw, and it's not really a bad thing. It's actually a one of those negative priority but switch out moves, which since I do have Stealth Rocks up, I can go ahead and abuse it a little bit. As he tries to switch into Weezing, as I just go for a Circle Throw against this. And my other move is Scald, so yeah, I am a mixed Poliwrath, if you couldn't figure it out. And he is going to knock off my lefties, which is a little bit annoying, but it doesn't really do that much. I was actually trying to get a bird on this thing, because I'm actually really afraid of this Malamar. In fact, I kind of thought that Malamar was RU, but apparently it's not, so... yeah, I'm kind of scared of Malamar, which is the point. So, yeah, he's going to go ahead and do a superpower thing. The Malamar is dangerous due to the fact that it has, you know, the contrary, so people will like to use it with superpower, which is pretty wicked. But I am just going to go Circle Throw now to make sure that he can't do that, which is what he was probably predicting from the beginning, and yeah, it's kind of whatever. So I'm just going to go for the Scald, and yeah, that is actually going to burn the Weezing as he gets a Will-O-Wisp off on me. Now, like I said, this is kind of a weird set. I'm actually a Rest Talker, so I'm a Rest Talker with Circle Throw and Scald, which I really don't even know what I was thinking when I made this, so I just kind of wanted to use a Poliwrath, because like, I never use Poliwrath. And it's kind of cool. It's, you know, the original evolution of that thing. And then he goes for the Pain Split here, which was super obvious. Actually, in general, I don't really feel like I played well this game. But what can you do? Sometimes you just play stupid. And, yeah, you have to learn from it. Anyway, that's not even the worst part. You guys are going to see up ahead the worst thing I did. Anyway, so he's going to go ahead and switch out now into his Cradily, which is a good play because this thing does have Storm Drain, which is going to raise a special attack. And I'm thinking is like, okay, I'm going to go for the rest now. He's probably not going to kill me. He's probably going to go ahead and set up his own hazards. This really wasn't a misplay. Is, you know, just wanted to get the rest off. But then I'm like, okay, wouldn't it be cool? Because I do outspeed him. If I get a Sleep Talk, I go for Sleep Talk, and I get a Circle Throw off on it. That means he's going to, you know, we're going to get rid of that special attack before it can even do damage to me. But that's like a 1-3 chance, you know, to my past self. And, I don't know why I did this, because I could still get a Scald off, and that's what happens. I get a Scald off, and then he gets more special attack, which is like the worst thing that could have happened. He goes for a Giga Drain, and with +2 special attack, that's double special attack for those who don't know, it's almost going to kill me, so I'm like, fuck, yeah, screw it, I'm going to go for it again, and try to get the Circle Throw, and then I give him another +1, so that was really dumb. See, this is, I should have just switched out. But, yeah, that was just not good. So I go into my Zangoose now, and I do have close combat on this thing. Zangoose is actually a pretty cool Pokemon. You guys know probably of those Guts Pokemon. Zangoose actually gets a new ability that kind of makes it a weak Guts. It's called, what is it called? Toxic, what is it? Toxic Boost, which basically makes it only apply to poison. It's basically the exact same thing as Guts, except it only applies to poison and not burn. But it still makes it a really, really good, actually, user of Facade, since it is stabbed. Kind of like a Swallow, which is kind of a neat Pokemon. I wanted to bring it along, and yeah, it also has Quick Attack, which is useful for getting those revenge kills. So Zangoose is pretty cool in conclusion, and it actually does a lot in this battle. So he goes into Hitmonchan. I'm obviously not really confident against this thing. He might have Mach Punch, and that would really, really, really hurt, and I just don't think I can kill him with Quick Attack, obviously. So I go on to my Scyther, which actually kind of was a bad play, because all 3 elemental punches actually are super effective against Scyther. And thankfully, though, he is going to go ahead and switch out. He doesn't want to take the flying move, which is good. So he goes out into Credillious. I just go for a Morning Light, which I don't even know why I have instead of Roost. Probably just because of the coolness factor. Hello. I'm just going to go for a Brick Break since it's super effective, but I probably should have not stayed in. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the Toxic. I basically stayed in because I wasn't convinced this thing had a Rock move. Since I did see the Giga Drain earlier, I'm hoping that this thing is primarily special and not mixed. So yeah, he's going to go ahead and switch out, though. So maybe he doesn't have the Rock move. But he goes into Manectric, which, yeah, I'm not really sure if I can take. I'm kind of guessing this thing is a Scarf Manectric. But I'm like, at this point I have a Swords Dance. I'm going to go ahead and try to take damage on this thing. I do have the Eviolite, but I'm not going to be able to live a Thunderbolt from a Manectric. So there goes Scyther, and I'm going to guess that thing is Scarfed, to be honest. So I just go into Vileplume, assuming that he is, so he can't, switch it up to, like... But it's not. As you can see, it's not Scarfed. So we just end up winning the speed tie there, because I believe we both have base 110. So that was just a win of the speed tie, because I did have max speed on my Scyther. And as you can see, he's able to switch it up to Volt Switch. So not Scarfed after all. No idea what the item is, but that made me a little bit sad. Anyway, he's going to get the... switch into Malamar, which he does have rest, because these things are pretty much always rest talkers. There's no reason for them not to be honest. And this is pretty much your standard Malamar, and I'm going to play right into his hands. I really don't have a great switch for this. I don't have a bug move, so it's kind of like I don't really have anything to do to this. I was just kind of hoping to phase that with Poliwrath, but then I was stupid and lost Poliwrath for no reason. So now I'm just kind of staying in Vileplume. What I really am trying to do right now is I want to get a Sleep Off on this thing without him resting. So I do have the Sleep Powder, so I'm kind of hoping that I can wait for him to run out here of sleep, so I can put him to sleep, and that will put him in an unpredictable sleep state that could last 5 turns, but more importantly, it will not allow him to not allow him to heal that turn. So that's pretty much my best shot, I'm thinking, at this point. So I just go for the Sludge Bomb. I'm really just getting some extra damage on this thing. And now this turn, he is going to wake up. Rest always last 2 turns. So like I said, I'm going to try to go for the Sleep Powder. And I get screwed over by my ability here, Effect Spore, which is going to poison him, which is really the last thing I needed. Because while poison is nice and everything, he can just rest it away. And I was, like I said, trying to get him into an unpredictable sleep. And now he can just go ahead and rest himself. So that is really, really unfortunate for me, and I was quite sad, and there's the rest. And at this point, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, fine. I do have one way to super effect this thing. I do have Miss Magus on this team. I do have the Dazzling Gleam, which is a fairy move, which is technically super effective against this, although it's probably EV to be specially bulky, obviously. So yeah, I'm just going to go into Miss Magus. I have to hope he doesn't get a knockoff on this. This is like, it's 1 in 3 for him to get a knockoff. And this is pretty much my best shot. Thankfully, he gets a superpower this turn. So, okay, he still has 1 turn to sleep more. I'm going to try to get a sub. Once again, abusing the chance. He only has a 1 in 3 chance to get a knockoff. Because if I can get a sub, that should confirm that I can get 2 Dazzling Gleams off on this thing, which might be enough to kill. So I do go for that, and unfortunately, this turn he does get that knockoff, which is going to break my sub, and he's going to wake up next turn, and there's no way 1 Dazzling Gleam can do it, but I just kind of have to take the damage. Or at least, I pretty much have to sack something to get a free switch into Zangoose, who might be able to take this thing out with a Facade. It's really my only shot. I think he has 1 superpower boost at this point, so yeah, I just kind of have to go for that and hope that I can kill with Facade. It's pretty much... with my revenge killing Zangoose, it's really the only thing I can do. Unfortunately, Miss Magus could not get the luck. Oh well. Looking back on it, he did definitely get more lucky there with those sleep talks than I did with Poliwrath, but to be fair, I was being stupid with Poliwrath. Like I said, not really super pleased with how I played this battle. Took a lot of YOLO risks. Oh well. Anyway, so Zangoose is going to go ahead and Facade, and that is going to kill the Malamar. So that's cool. See, don't underestimate Zangoose. So in comes Hitmonchan, and I'm just going to go ahead and switch out again. I really don't want to have anything to do with this. And yeah, I just go out into Vileplume because I predict the Mach Punch, and there it is. There's a Mach Punch, which definitely would have hurt. And I do resist it with Vileplume, and he does have the Ice Punch, which is going to be able to take out my Vileplume. I do get off a Spec Spore, but it's another poison, which is not really something you want from a Spec Spore. Ideally, you want Paralysis or Sleep. Oh well, so yeah, I'm just going to go right back into Zangoose now, and he already showed he had Mach Punch, so I'm going to try to go for the Quick Attack, you know? Best thing I can do. Maybe I can kill this thing with a crit. I end up just critting it and killing it, so there you go. Zangoose doing work. I have to use Zangoose again sometime because it definitely did some work in this battle. Anyway, in comes Manectric, and I'm not going to be able to kill this with a crit attack, and it does outspeed me, so I have to hope, and it doesn't do it. Even a crit wouldn't do it by the looks of that damage, so good game there, Qwilliams. Was a good, fun match. I do have Regirock left, but Regirock can't do anything, obviously. I'm pretty much going to get swept here by Manectric. But today's question of the day is, now that we kind of know all the Alolan forms due to the data mine, I mean, I guess there could be more, but we do know quite a few of them, especially due to the data mine. We know Mega Persian, sorry, not Mega Persian, Alolan Persian. We see Alolan Golem, which actually does look pretty cool. What is your favorite and least favorite Alolan form that we know of, obviously, but I think we pretty much know them all. It'll be a surprise if, you know, there are any additional ones that are revealed. As for me, I really can't hate enough Alolan Dugtrio. Just throwing it out there. I really do like Alolan Golem, but I think my favorite is Alolan Marowak, even though it did change the identity of Marowak completely, which I kind of don't like. It's freaking cool, and it's kind of a you know, shout out to Gen 1 when Marowak was a ghost. So, leave a comment about that, and see you guys again next time. Laters.